Hey, welcome to Shop Track. I'm Drawbar Dan Dupinski.
I'm Highball Harold Harilko.
And welcome to another little edition of Shop Track. Nothing major special, but one thing, let's just touch on go back on a few things. We got proper vernacular. Remember when I brought that up before? Using the proper language, right?
Absolutely.
There's proper language for the job.
Yes, there is.
You know, and it goes. So again, now having said that, and here's another one. You'll reckon. One thing that drives me nuts when somebody's telling a story, I'm just running or whatever, and they say, and then we came around the corner. Okay, right there. There are no corners on the railway. Okay, they're curves. Okay, curves. The only corners on the railway are the ones that you cut. All right? So remember that. Use the proper vernacular. Coming around the curve. Okay? What do you, yeah?
Yeah.
You agree?
I know.
All right, and and I'll just throw this in since we're on. I was going to say for another one, but while we're there, because Harold, he showed me a picture the other day, the side of a locomotive, and spray painted on was with reference to the airline to the whistle. Okay, what do you see on the little sign? W, whistle post. It's whistle signals. I mean, we used to have whistle signals. All you got is one now, 14L, very basic, and some people can't even do that one properly, right? But anyways. It said horn. And one time when I was going down the track, this is years ago, and brakeman, he sees something or somebody, whatever, and he goes, "Hey, honk the horn." And I'm like, "What? Honk the horn."
No.
Anyways, yeah, I had to correct him, okay? So there again, it's a whistle, not a horn, okay? And that's just a couple of things. And you got Harold. Come on, you're sitting there. Harold just got up from his nocturnal.
Yeah,
he still works, right?
Yeah, kind of just on the whole circadian cycle of.
So we got to cut him some slack if he's a little slow. You know how it goes, right?
Speaking of slack, don't forget Dan's excellent segment on slack management that we.
A little long-winded, but I hope you get some. Anyway, slack. Yeah, that's right. No slacking here. Anyway, so here's. And we had another thing. What stirs my loins? Now you remember that? You have anything that on the railway? Railroad.
Well,
what stirs your loins, Harold? Well, besides walking across a room in wool underwear. Yeah.
You know what? Just the last trip, just tipping over at Obed with the big, 29,000 tons of grain there for the market
Farmers.
in Asia, and just. Right, you grind up basically out of Bickerdike all the way up to
Obed. Is where I was talking about the slack with the slack thing in the autos. They come over the summit.
Now everybody, right? Away we go. Now we're gonna rock and roll just like those guys with double the HPT. Fun, good times. You appreciate the little things. Looking around, going, look at I get to run trains through this beautiful part of the country.
Run trains, see? Yes, that's right. And you see, scenes and sights that nobody else would see, and sunrises and stuff. But it's whatever. It's brutal. Yeah, exactly. But like Harold was just saying, especially Obed Summit. I've worked that quite a bit. But all that energy got stored in that train, and as you tip over. And it pulls up, and each car comes over, and you can, you know what I mean? And that's when that energy. And that's when, this is what I like. Okay, and this is like, okay, after, Obed and come up, like I was saying, and then down again, pedaling. Okay, coming down, when you're all bunched, right? And I got them all bunched, and the dynos are wound right up, and the speed limit's 60. And there's a 50 permanent at the bottom, which is not that bottom of the hill. It still goes for a little bit, but it changes to a 50. And there's a siding there, right? So I got these things wound up and bunched, and I'm just, the dynos are wound up and everything, and what happens? And some lateral side movement, the shimmy a bit, not like a SD55 or SD60, those, whatever. But anyways, you get, and you're surfing the steel, you're floating, you're wound up. And if you were gravity and that little flange on the wheel's the only thing holding you there. If you pop off there, they're going to find you way in the bushes, right? You're not, you're not. So anyways, it just, and I want to hit the detector overspeed. There's nothing worse than a guy waiting for you, and some guys that are dogs, whatever. Anyways, And I used to always want to be a couple over, right? A lot of couple over, because there's nothing worse. And I love, and when I used to go by this one public crossing, I'd be wound right up, and my leg would stiffen and come up off the floor at one point, and I'd have the throttle, and woo, and then I have my hand on the brake valve just waiting because I'm coming into that 50, but I don't want to take it too soon.
Yeah.
Eh? This is what separates the wheat from the chaff. Anyways, when that happens, I got to watch it, because that's when I should tether my hand to the throttle or something, because that's when the blood rushes from my head to my main vein. And it's almost like G-force, right?
You need a suit.
I gotta, just okay, take it. And nothing worse than coming into that slow, kicking them off, and that sterns my loins. Surfing the steel.
Surfing the steel with 30,000 tons on the width of a dime.
That's it. Floating. Woo! Huh. Just thinking about it. Okay. What else, Harold, before I get a chubby? Okay, kidding aside. Okay, guys, springtime. It's spring coming up. It's going to be officially spring here in a few weeks or whatever, but warmer weather. So I want to tell you guys that they're out there, guys and girls. Now, listen, when I say that, I mean employees, okay? If I say guys or fellas or whatever, it's just me and what the fuck ever. I mean, everybody. This is the time that you have to start looking out. You have to start looking for pooling of water, any signs of erosion, anything. That's why you got to know the road, right? Yeah, it's something different. And here's the thing. It's not what you can see, but it's what you can feel. When you're in that seat, it's like I say, you have the feel. You know when there's a low spot or something that's not, right? Sinkholes, little humps or whatnot, right? It's not what you see, it's what you can feel, and anything. Now's the time to start looking and checking things out. And you see anything, let the RTC or the engineering forces know right away, right? Because it's like beavers, and when they build dams and erosion, and that is, hey, it's not a good thing, right? You're running on that track, so keep an eye out in the spring, okay? All right, that's basically
well said. See something.
Yes.
Say something.
And again, this time of year, we used to. I remember the old days, if you passenger train, you want to make time, on good track or good conditions, that guy would dime the tangent and nickel the curves, you're good, or whatever. But there's times to do things and times not, right? And when the ground is soft is not the time to be trying to make up time or whatnot. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. Be governed accordingly, okay? Absolutely. Springtime.
There's one thing that you always want to do all the time. Stay safe.
Stay safe. Thanks very much. Have a good day. Children of the Steel, I don't have the gong.
Bing!